Dr. Montessori was a classically trained physician, which meant she was well versed in observation. And in fact, this method would not even exist without observation. She constructed it based on what the children were revealing to her. The Montessori method is a term that she really did not prefer. She much rather would it have been called the children's method, because what it is created from is what the children were revealing to her. Dr. Montessori was a keen researcher, and she took this with the ability to analyze data to truly follow the development of the child. Observation is the cornerstone of our work. It is the tool that allows us to follow the child. As a guide or a practitioner, it's our duty to link the child meaningfully to the environment. And we do this through observing whatever those developmental manifestations they're showing us are. We're watching for their strengths or their challenges. And there's no way to truly follow the child unless we're observing them. Knowing that this pedagogy is rooted in observation, it's easy to see how important it is. So next, I'm going to discuss exactly what observation is. So what is observation? Observation is simply seeing, but seeing without preconceived notions, prejudices, and judgments. We are seeing with eyes of acceptance. And along that line, we are not taking note of the things that we don't see. We're not drawing conclusions, and we're not taking guesses at the why behind what's in front of our eyes. Observation can be challenging and uncomfortable sometimes, and it's important through our observation training to recognize when this happens and to develop our own personal way of confronting those challenges so we can remain to be present through our observation. After we observe, take a little time from your notes. Step away. You'll return to those notes with fresh eyes to interpret and analyze what you saw. Without this element of analysis, your observations really aren't going to do you a whole lot of good. And then approach each child every day without any sort of judgment or expectation. They can feel this from us. Allow each day to be a fresh start for them. When we observe, we have to find a balance between subjectivity and objectivity. Subjectivity involves our feelings, while objectivity involves the facts. There is a warmth that we can bring to observation by finding a balance of the subjective along with the factual of the objective. And this is important. We don't want our observations to be too cold and analytical. Self-awareness is an important element of observation because it can influence what we see and how we document. Before you observe, check in with yourself. What's your mood? How is your health? Is there anything that can be left at the door? What I mean by left at the door is maybe you had a rough morning and those feelings are still with you. Try and leave them outside the classroom. Don't bring them in with you. Do your best to start that day fresh and neutral with the children. There's a lot more to observation than many think, especially when we tie in those elements of self-awareness in our work. Next, we're going to dig into the practical aspects of observation.